Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time watching, then welcome. Today I decided to do something a little bit different than what I've been doing in the most recent past. I know I haven't posted in quite a while. I just posted my first video in 5 months the other day. So I'm keeping up with my filming and all of that. So far it's only been a few days, but as promised, I'm back with another video, and I want to do something a little bit more simple this time, just because I've been working on a counter for the last, well, almost a year now, and I've noticed that a lot of people ask the same things when they come in, and it's generally more basic stuff and less to do with more like graphic looks and all of that. So I thought I would do a kind of quick and easy beginner's kind of smoky eye look, and just kind of start off from the beginning. Basically I'll do a few more like basic kind of videos as well, and if there's anything else that you guys want to see, then just comment and let me know. But let's just get on into it. I've got all of my, wow, I look so white today, just the lighting, I think, because it's nighttime, so I've got the lighting on pretty high. But yeah, I've got all my base done, my brows, everything. I've got a bit of concealer on my eyes, and that is going to be our eyeshadow base, because when using powders and eyeshadows on the eye, you need to have something moist, or with a bit of moisture. You need to have something moist for the eyeshadow to stick to. So I'm using concealer. You can use any type of base, even I guess foundation will do the job if that's all that you have. Okay, so I'm going in with this palette. I'm not going to go into further detail with that, but I'm going to go in with a kind of medium toned transition shade, so something that's not too light but not too dark, and it's just going to help to blend out the darker colours. I'm going to go with something a bit more cool toned, so I'll probably go with this, and basically we're just packing this onto the eye, all over the eyelid, and blending this out up into the crease. So just starting with dabbing motions and getting that all over the lid. Also, I'm using a fluffy blending brush to do this, because I want to keep the edges really nice and diffused, and yeah, we don't want any harsh lines, especially in this step, because this is the step that's going to help get everything blended out. So we want to make this nice and blended. And I always blend out using circular motions, because that's actually going to blend it. I don't really know how else to explain it. If you're using swiping motions, you're just going in a line basically. You're not actually blending those edges and like buffing it out. So we really want to just buff those edges out and just get that all over the eye. And that is the first step complete. Really easy. Okay, so that is the first step done, and already it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. A lot of the time I will just do like a light brown all over the eye, and it does look quite effective by itself. But if you want to take it up a notch and kind of get that real smoky eye look and more of like a nighttime look, then keep watching, because we will do that. So I'm going to go in with a darker brown. I think I'll go in with this one here, and I'm using a smaller brush, but it's still quite fluffy and soft, so that we're gonna still get some nice blended out edges, and it's not going to be too hard to blend this into what we've already got on. So I'm just blending this into the outer corner. I'm kind of starting by packing it on slightly, but I'm mainly just blending it in by using the small circular motions and just really deepening up the outer corner of the eye. By deepening up the outer corner as well, and keeping the inner corner more bright and light, it's going to help give us the effect of a larger looking eye, and just like a kind of a more rounded look too, which I'm not sure why that looks good. I'm sure I've said that before, but for some reason a rounded eye looks really nice. Cool, so that is the outer corner, nice and dark. If you've been blending it as you've been applying it, you won't need to go back in with a blending brush, but if you're noticing that you do have some harsh lines there, then it might be a good idea just to go in with a blending brush anyway and just blend that out. But I'm not going to, because I think that's quite nicely blended as it is. Okay, so that's step 2 done, and as you can see, it's darkened it up a little bit, given the eye a bit more dimension and just kind of smoked it out a bit more. So at this point of doing the makeup, you would kind of take a step back and evaluate everything. Is it dark enough in the outer corner? Is it blended enough? If you think maybe, oh, that's a little bit too dark, you can go back in and blend it. A tip that I like to use, if you want to blend out eyeshadow but you've already blended it out too far or it's a bit too dark, go in with some translucent powder and just use that to blend out instead, or even your powder foundation, depending on, you know, what works for you. But I do find that one very helpful if you've kind of gone a bit overboard with the colour. But yeah, make sure it's all blended now, because once we go in with the next step, there's kind of no going back. You can't blend really much after this. So make sure that this is all looking good before you continue. I'm happy with how it looks. You can obviously go in and darken it up, but I'll keep it like this for now. The next thing you want to do is go in with a light shimmery shade. So what one will I do? So I'm going to go in with my MAC Warm Neutral palette and go in with this shade Creative Copper, and using a large fluffy brush, you want to press this on into the inner corner of the eye and blend it across into the outer corner. You want to be patting this on so that you're not getting glitter everywhere. So pat this on first before you do any swiping motions, and just make sure you're getting this just in the inner part. And where you've placed the darker eyeshadow, you don't want to go over that, because placing a shimmer on top is going to reflect light back and give us the opposite effect. So it's going to make it look lighter rather than darker. Make sure you get this really nice and shimmery, and you may have to do a few layers. I like to slightly blend it up into the crease a bit as well, because I do have hooded eyes, so I like to just kind of get that blended look. Okay, looking good so far. Now we're going to go in with one final shade. So going to go in with something that's a bit lighter, the lightest shade of all of these shades that we've used so far. And we want it to be a shimmer. So I'm going in with this shade here, and using a small pencil brush or just a small brush, I'm applying this to the inner corner, and that's just really going to make the eyes pop and really just kind of contrast the dark that we've got in the outer corner. Just make the eyes appear a bit rounder, a bit more open, and yeah. Okay, so that's the top of the eye done, and now we're just going to bring the eyeshadow around and do a little bit in the under eye as well, and this is just going to kind of help even it out and finish off the look and just tie it all in together really. So I like to go in with the transition shade first. So I'm going to use the lighter brown shade. I'm using a slightly smaller brush as well, just so that I'm not bringing the colour down too far. So using more of a pencil brush, and I'm bringing this under the eye. I'm going to do it like maybe 3/4 of the way across, just because, I don't know, I think that looks best for me, but every eye shape is different, so you will have to find what works for you. If you do have like a smaller eye shape, or you want your eyes to look larger, you probably just want to focus the majority of the under eye shade to the outer part of the under eye, and not bring it across too far. Then I'm going to go in with that darker brown shade, and I'm not bringing this as far across as I did with the lighter transition shade, just mainly focusing this in the outer corner, but making sure it's nice and blended. Okay, so that is basically the eye look complete. I'm just going to do some mascara, pop some lashes on, I'll pop a little bit of lipstick on as well. I'm not going to film any of that because it's not really important for this video. I'll show you guys what it looks like once I've finished everything else off, but yeah. Okay, so this is the finished look with the lashes. The lashes really do make it all come together. It just ties it all in, makes it look more of a nighttime look in my opinion, but definitely depends on whether or not you're a person who even wears lashes, or if that is important to you, but to me it is, so I always wear lashes. One of the cool things about this look is that it goes on every eye shape. That's why I like to do the dark just in the outer corner and then just blend it out from there and not bother with doing it in the crease. I have hooded eyes, so if I do it in the crease, I'm not going to get anything on the lid really. or you're just not going to be able to see it. So that's why I like to do it working my way across the eye rather than like up and down the eye. So whatever eye shape you have, it should work just as well for you. But you can always, you know, bring the colour in through the crease as well if you do have the eye shape for it. But just to keep it simple, I've done what I did today. Once you get it down, it's really quick and easy. For me, it's just like a quick go-to morning look, you know, that I do in the morning for my day. You can mix and match all the different colours. You could do it with pink, purple, a cool tone colour, black and white, anything you like. Just make sure you're using the darker shade and the lighter shade and the transition shade, and you should be good. And the lipstick that I'm wearing is Au Naturel by Bobbi Brown, if you wanted to know. But yeah, here we have the look. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys like this type of video where it's a little bit more of a straightforward look. Let me know what you guys think down below, if you like it, if there's anything else you want to see. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.